I'm in deep. Or it is. And here's why. Growing up like many boys in America, I always wanted to be a pirate or a cowboy. Since coming to Japan, I've had a few occasions to play a pirate in a TV commercial. I've played Clint Eastwood type characters in audition reels that I've sent. Now if you look around my cabin here, you can kind of see that I admire the frontier life, working with your hands. I love starting fire with flint and steel. But one thing's always been missing from my life is the ability to ride horses on a regular basis. Now I grew up riding horses, and I've had many occasions in Japan to ride them for either TV shows or for leisure, but I haven't had a chance to ride them on a regular basis. Now recently I had the pleasure of meeting someone who owns horses.
This is Suzanne, Hitomi, and Mami-chan. They run a small horse ranch close by. This is Elsa and this is Echika. I got to ride Echika first. She took me around in circles. First, a light walk, then a trot. Then we galloped just a little bit, just to get my balance right. Afterwards, I fed her a bunch of hay, and she immediately made a mess of it and flipped it all over the place. Now, what happens to all that hay? You guessed it, horse manure. They unload about 30 to 40 kilos a day, so it adds up, right, Ichika? They asked me if I could take on all this manure, and of course, I'd love it for my farm, so I talked to my buddy Yuichi, and he provided me with pallets that I would use to make my composting bin. Now, every good cowboy knows how to use rope. Something I've learned since coming to Japan. This one little loopy trick is great for tying things to the back of a Japanese K-truck. Now, these K-trucks have little hooks around the bed on the back side, so it's really quite easy and handy to tie things up. Here we go. Just twist around, a little cinch, and I'll show you again on the other side. So you just run it through and then throw the rope over to the other side. And once you've got this tied down, these pallets or whatever you tie onto the back of the truck are not going to move. And it's quite a fast and simple and easy to undo process. Now, if you're doing boards like this, you want to make sure the rope is at a 90-degree angle to the board. And also, you don't want to pull down too hard because you could end up snapping the boards. So, once I got all the materials together, I start piecing together the composting bin. A few times a week, they bring over horse manure, and we pile it up, put a little bit of water on it, but it wasn't quite getting up to temperature. But I had a TV gig coming up, so I had to put the compost on hold and head to Tokyo to get a new board. Yep, this time I was doing a snowboarding travel gig. So, looked through the boards, found one that I liked, picked it up, and went up north. I love going through the trees, feeling the speed, feeling a sense of nature. After a week up north in blistering cold, I wanted to get warmed up. So when I got back to town, I went to an enzyme bath. This is Bonadea. A friend of mine opened this shop a couple years ago, and they do enzyme baths. You might ask, what is an enzyme bath? Let's ask Erica. She's one of the many friendly faces that works at Bonadea, who takes care of your enzyme bath.
当店の酵素風呂の特徴は、まず他の店舗は100種類ぐらいの酵素粉末を使っています。で当店は380種類の素材から抽出した酵素でブレンドして、あとヒノキの木くずパウダー状のものを混ぜて発酵させて熱を出しています。でその熱は自然発酵でできているので、ガスとか電気とかは一切使わず、発酵の熱だけで温めています。はい、ではこれに着替えてください。一番下の深いところが70度ぐらいで、上の入るところはだいたい42、3度だから普通に風呂入るぐらいの温度で、15分入るだけでマラソン2時間分の汗をかくって言われています。
I just feel warm and fluffy all over my body from my head to my toes, and there's a bit of a warmth and like a moisture coming through. The water really heated up. It's heats you up faster than a regular onsen. I'm sweating now more after getting out of the enzyme bath. Just drenched, look at this. My arms absolutely dripping with sweat. In case you still haven't sweat enough, they wrap you in a plastic type material and then cover you with a comforter. And inside of this, I sweat a bundle. I had to take a second shower afterwards, but was heated absolutely through and through. Felt great. Enzyme bath materials are always being added and removed, so I took the excess with me. After my bath, I felt like I needed some replenishing, so I went to eat yoga. This is Miko. She runs the shop. They have lots of goods there. They do yoga lessons. They have mugwort steam baths with all different types of herbs. They do delicious food, but most of all, they make the most incredible smoothies you can find, made of only the freshest fruits and vegetables, sometimes even from my own farm. The juice comes out one end, and pulp comes out the other end. This pulp has no further use for the shop, so I was asked to bring it along with me. And I got an idea. What if I take this pulp and the enzyme bath material and mix it in with horse manure? Could I have a better compost this way? Let's try it out. So, get all the materials mixed together. Also add a little bit of water. And then 2 days later, came back to check the temperature. There we are, up to 60. Woohoo! That's what I'm talking about. Look at the steam coming out. Nice. And this is what I'm talking about. So whether I'm knee-deep in snow or knee-deep in horse manure, I'm excited. Spring's on the way. I've got all this compost to help us make some delicious veggies. Hope you enjoyed watching. Please subscribe and tell a friend. Until next time, keep it hot.